Welcome to the Office of the State Auditor 2024 Legislative Update. Today, we'll review a few of the bills adopted in the past legislative session that affect local governments. This video will focus on how these adopted bills affect local government entities and will explain what changes have been made to various reference materials that the Office of the State Auditor provides to local governments. Bills affecting the Little Manual, Uniform Accounting Manual, and Reporting Requirements Manual topics have already been incorporated into the 2024 revised versions of those publications and can be found at resources.auditor.utah.gov. Consult with your legal counsel and relevant associations for more guidance on how these bills specifically will impact your organization. HB 80, Candidate and Officeholder Disclosure Modifications, was passed and made changes to the conflict of interest disclosure requirements for elected officials. In January of each year, elected officials are now required to prepare a written conflict of interest disclosure statement. This annual conflict of interest disclosure must be posted on the entity's website, and a link to an electronic copy of the disclosure must be provided to the Lieutenant Governor. These disclosures are to remain posted on the entity's website until the elected official has left office. See the Little Manual and your entity's Reporting Requirements Manual for more information for your specific entity type. HB 36, Open and Public Meetings Act amendments, modified some of the definitions found in the Open and Public Meetings Act. The definitions of convening, monitor, and transmit were deleted. The definitions of anchor location, meeting, and quorum were modified, and the definition of relevant matter was added. One of the main results of this bill is that it repeals and replaces language relating to chance or social meetings and replaces it with language prohibiting individuals constituting a quorum of a public body from acting together outside a public meeting to predetermine an action to be taken by the public body at a meeting. For more information about how these changes affect your organization, see Utah Code, Title 52, Chapter 4, and consult your legal counsel. SB 29, Truth and Taxation Modifications, takes effect for a taxable year beginning on or after January 1st, 2025. This bill modifies the requirements for truth and taxation public hearings, requiring at least 10 days' notice to property owners. The public notice for these hearings must include the dollar amount of ad valorem tax revenue that would be generated each year by the proposed increase in the certified tax rate, a brief statement of the primary purpose for the proposed tax increase, and the entity's internet address. The State Tax Commission cannot certify a property tax rate increase if the taxing entity fails to meet the new notice and public hearing requirements. HB 497 was passed and removed the statutory requirement for school districts and charter schools to submit a school plant capital outlay report to the Office of the State Auditor. The Reporting Requirements Manual for local education agencies has been updated to reflect this change. HB 13 passed and allows for the creation of infrastructure financing districts, a new type of special district for the purpose of financing infrastructure. Provisions applicable to infrastructure financing districts can be found in Utah Code Title 17B, Chapter 2A, Part 13. In addition to any other reports required for special districts, infrastructure financing districts must provide a report including property tax revenue, assessments levied, bond and debt information, expenditure details, boundary changes, and residential construction information to the State Auditor by May 31st of each year. HB 35, Metro Township Modifications, reclassified all Metro Township forms of government into municipalities. As such, all mentions of Metro Township forms of government have been removed from the Uniform Accounting Manual. HB 257, Sex-Based Designations for Privacy, Anti-Bullying, and Women's Opportunities, and HB 261, Equal Opportunity Initiatives, are two bills that were passed that require the Office of the State Auditor to receive complaints regarding violation of the bill provisions by a local government entity. If our office receives a complaint about your entity, we will notify you and work through to its resolution. Now on to some general updates for local governments. The federal award expenditure threshold for requiring local governments to conduct a single audit is increasing. Currently, local government entities that expend $750,000 or more of federal awards in a year are required to conduct a single audit in accordance with uniform guidance. This federal award expenditure threshold will be increased to $1 million beginning on October 1st, 2024. The guidance change proposal can be found on the Federal Register as 89 FR 30046. The current uniform guidance can be found in Title II of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 200, with the single audit expenditure requirement found in subsection 200.201. Auditor Alert 2023-02 was sent out at the end of 2023 and explains the need for a new impact fee report example. This new impact fee report example will be required for all impact fee reports submitted to our office for reporting years ending after December 15, 2023. The new impact fee report example can be found on our local government resource center, resources.auditor.utah.gov. We will also be coming out with a video with a more detailed overview of the new impact fee report example. The annual report that counties submit to the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity detailing expenditures of transient room tax or tourism, recreation, cultural, convention, and airport facilities tax, also known as the Tourism Report, has been added to the Reporting Requirements Manual for counties. A fillable PDF template of this report has also been added to our local government resource center under Forms, Manuals, and Guides. Thank you for watching the Office of the State Auditor's 2024 Legislative Update. If you have any questions about the information that was covered in this video, please reach out to either Parker Van Erden or Seth Ovesen with the State Auditor Local Government Division, or visit the State Auditor's website for additional resources.